All right, so let's go on the record in the matter of the Andrela Hager, 22991. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke here on behalf of Ms. Hager.
I'm in the wrong thing.
No, sir, you're right where you're supposed to be. It's just going to be a little bit before your hearing. Okay, and so ma'am, your name for the record, please.
Andrela Hager.
Okay, thank you. Today is the date scheduled for a probation violation. Ms. Hager is on probation for attempt retail fraud. And it's alleged that she failed to appear for probation visits on November 9th of 2022 and November 29th of 2022. And counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, I had a review of the documentation that was sent to me. It indicates that, yes, she missed these two dates. I gave her the notion of what she was able to do regarding a hearing to contest whether or not she was there on those date and time. That will not be necessary. She'll admit that she failed to appear at those probation visits, Your Honor.
Okay, and so ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony about to give in this matter to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Okay, I need you to speak up a little bit more loudly, please.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. I'm recording on my device here, so that's okay. And so ma'am, you did hear, you may lower your hand. You did hear the allegations that were stated on the record, correct?
Yes.
As to the allegations, ma'am, how do you plead?
Mm-hmm.
And you've gone over your advice of rights for probation violation purposes, correct?
Yeah.
And you understand all of those rights?
Yes. He was saying like pay the balance over $1,000 and then continue the probation. Is that correct?
Well, no, first I want you to understand that your various rights that you have for probation violation hearing.
Yes.
When the judge explains you're waiving rights by admitting the violation, that's not just formal speech, it's protection for the record. It prevents later claims like, I didn't understand what I agreed to.
And that by entering into a plea that you're going to be waiving some of those rights.
Yes.
And you've gone over those rights with your attorney.
Yes.
Okay. You also understand the possible penalty as a result of your plea, whether in this court, any other court, or administrative agency.
Yes.
And you understand the recommendation in this matter is for probation to be revoked, under advisement status to be revoked, probation violation fee, and it says 15 days jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And as well as paying the balance in full. And knowing all that, do you want to continue with your plea?
Yes.
Has anybody promised you anything, threatened you, or coerced you in any way for you to enter into a plea? Any immigration issues?
No, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, if you can please voir dire your client.
Yes, I'd like to direct your attention to the dates of November 9th, 2022, and the dates of November 29th, 2022. Do you stipulate that you did not appear to probation visits as previously ordered by the court?
Correct.
You need to speak up, please.
Correct.
Okay.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
The court is also satisfied the plea is knowing, voluntary, and factually accurate, and the court will accept your plea to the probation violation, indicate technical violations 1 and 2 will enter based upon your plea, and counsel as to the recommendation.
Your Honor, my client indicated that she was unaware for whatever reason that this was still an outstanding issue, but she is now gainfully employed. She works at UPS. She's a package handler. She lives in Detroit with her mother. She's not on probation or parole. She's 27 years old. I know it's a little bit older of a case, but I'd ask that she be given an opportunity for a review to see if she can get this balance outstanding and potentially find herself in a more advantageous position. Obviously, with the balance, I think that sending her to jail at this time would potentially lengthen the amount of time that she could get this balance zeroed out. So I'd ask for a delay of any aggressive admonishment at this time, Your Honor.
So, ma'am, why didn't you appear over the last 3 years?
At the time, they told me that they had a miscommunication with the case that they put retail fraud when it was attempt retail fraud, and they never made a adjustment on the case. I don't know what that was about, but it was attempt retail fraud, not retail fraud.
No, right. So, but I don't understand how that affects you appearing for your probation
No,
appointment.
I'm saying, like, why would I go to probation if there's like, I'm going to go to probation for something that's not accurate on my.
Because you were ordered to participate in probation.
I'm saying, but it's not accurate.
Okay, so what did you do to try to correct it
Talked
or
to
bring
the
it to,
probation officer and asked him to switch it and fix the thing that was on the, the paperwork, and he never fixed this.
and how do you know that was never fixed, ma'am?
I looked on the case online. And never said attempt retail fraud, it just says retail fraud, it never said attempt retail fraud.
Okay. And so, ma'am, so then you thought it was the best practice to just ignore it?
Not ignore it, like I said, I fought numerous times, never got a call back. Or anything.
Did you come up here?
No, they didn't come up here, I just gave the call back.
Right, so if it was that important to you, ma'am, why didn't you come up to the court?
This is my first time coming to the court, I never knew I had.
And I'm not sure what you're looking at because I'm showing attempt, I'm showing right on your criminal history, ma'am, it's showing attempt.
Well, that didn't say that in the, online.
So,
Online said retail fraud, it never said attempt, when they sent me the link, when I just tried to do a background check, it never said attempt retail fraud, it said retail fraud, so.
well, I'm looking
That's,
right
that's
at
the
it.
only reason I'm up here, because I had did a job and then the background check like popped up for me to do a background check, and it said retail fraud, not attempt
Well,
retail.
that's interesting because it's also suppressed because of the HIDA status. So I have no idea what it is you're looking at or not looking at. But in any event, you took 3.5 years or 3 years to take care of this.
That's when it's inaccurate, like when they were nothing was being stolen or anything, so I'm just trying to see how can we proceed in a proper manner. I know the attorney said, hey, the fine and then probation.
Well, the recommendation is for probation to be revoked and under advisement to be revoked because you didn't do anything that you were ordered to do, ma'am.
That's what I'm saying, he said just pay the fine and then, probation. Correct?
That's not how that works. Just pay the fine and then probation. The recommendation is to revoke probation. You didn't participate in your economic crime program. You didn't participate in your random testing. You didn't participate in
Random
workforce.
testing for,
The judge starts listing everything she didn't do. Programs, testing, appointments, warrants. In probation world, that's the checklist that screams non-compliant. Even if her life improved now, job, paying tickets, judges often ask, why now, after 3 years?
One of the conditions was random testing, ma'am. And you didn't, did you resolve your outstanding, did you resolve your outstanding warrants?
I'm working on that as well.
Okay,
And go through the list of warrants I have, they have been checked
so
off the list.
in July of 22 is when this court sentenced you
Mm,
to those conditions, and you didn't do any of those. Sorry, it was August 15th of 2022.
They like numerous tickets off. You talking about like civil warrants, like driving,
Ma'am, all of the warrants, you had 6 warrants for your arrest.
and I've been paying all of my tickets off. If you go through my civil warrants of driving, I've been paying for numerous warrants off, over $3,000,
Okay,
over.
and that's good, ma'am. But this court ordered you to participate in probation and you didn't do anything. You didn't appear at probation appointments.
Right.
You didn't do anything. So, counsel, why should this court not revoke the under advisement status and not revoke probation and allow your client to continue when she didn't do anything in the last 3 years?
Your Honor, I'd only ask you to consider that she does have a strong caliber job, and I think that, there was a little ambiguity there. I wish that obviously we could go back in time to get this solidified in a different manner, but she's still in a position where she can clear her balance with the court, I believe, in a relatively efficient manner, and I'm concerned that if it were just to be revoked immediately or put into jail, progress that she's made would be halted. So I'd ask that she be just given a review date on this particular matter to see what sort of progress she makes, because obviously the admonishment of jail or probation being revoked can be implemented at any time. I'd ask that she be given one final opportunity to demonstrate full compliance with this honorable court. Thank you, Judge.
Can I speak?
What's that, ma'am?
I said, can I speak?
What's that?
Like I said, I have been paying over numerous amounts of tickets that like a lot of a numerous of my money has gone to. Like I said, my license has been suspended for time, maybe over 5 years. I'm putting like a lot of money towards that. so you can pull it up into the system. But it's been Southfield, Lonia. Like I said, I might have ignored this situation, which I could have did, you know, multitasking, did multiple things, but it's only so much I can do with just working at UPS.
I understand as far as the payments, right? You have limited income. However, you didn't do anything with probation with this court. Because you had some information that it was the incorrect plea or charge that was on your record. So instead of coming up and meeting, had you met with your probation officer on those 2 dates, you could have addressed that.
I told you that.
But
It was Zoom. It was like in.
either way, you didn't show up November 9th at 22, you didn't show up November 29th at 22. Here's what I'm going to do, ma'am. You're getting one chance.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay.
The court's going to order your probation to,
The judge basically saying, I'm giving you mercy, but I'm also putting you on a short leash. That phrase, under advisement, is court speak for the hammer is already raised. Any slip and it drops fast.
be reinstated or continue probation 12 months, complete all terms previously ordered, $15 days jail, suspended, will continue your under advisement status, which will be revoked if any violation.
The 15 days, you said start after the 15 days?
I suspended it, ma'am. If there's a violation, you'll be doing those 15 days.
Okay.
Okay. Stop at probation. Somebody will be with you shortly, and we'll go over all of your terms and conditions that were previously ordered. We're going to require you to do all of those. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, let's go on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus James Benefield, 251081. And Detective, your name for the record, please.
Detective Dane Haskin, Haskin, City of Riverview.
Right, thank you. And I believe that I've already signed the warrant. And so, counsel, your appearance for the record, please. Mr. Shemke, am I muted? No?
Somebody's muted.
No, we can hear you.
Okay. That's right, you all did just respond. Mr. Shemke? All right. Your appearance, please, counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Christopher Shemke, appearing on behalf of my client. It's time we consent to the matter being heard via Zoom.
All right. And so, Mr. Benefield, your name for the record, please.
James Benefield.
Okay, and today is the arraignment as Mr. Benefield is in custody and counsel as to the arraignment.
Wait formal reading. My client stands mute.
The court will waive the formal reading. Sir, you have the right to have an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you may have one appointed to represent you. And you've in fact had an opportunity to meet with an attorney today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
The court has also signed the petition for appointing the attorney for felony matters. And you have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to have a trial by a judge or by a jury, and you also have the right to remain silent. Anything you say orally or in writing may be used against you in court. And do you understand all those rights, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
The court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Schedule this matter for a probable cause conference on February 5th, 10:45 a.m. And counsel, as to bond?
Your Honor, my client indicates that he's been in MDOC for a significant amount of time. I think anywhere between 13 to 17 months. That's why he didn't make his last court appearance, but he did just make parole. He is on a GPS tether upon release. He does have a strong family support system. He can reside with his brother in Southgate, and he does have a job opportunity. So I know at this time, Judge, with him being in for such a significant amount of time and with the GPS tether, I think that the risk of absconding is minimal. So I would be respectfully requesting consideration for a personal bond. I know that down the road he might have some financials, but with him being in custody this entire time and now having an opportunity to rejoin society and have employment, right now his financials have a serious constraint. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you. And, sir, when were you, granted parole?
Yesterday,
Okay. And what were you in, prison for, sir?
for, carrying concealed weapon. Matter of fact, I have to report as soon as I get through with this matter here.
And how much time did you serve for carrying concealed weapons, sir?
16 and a half months.
And that was the only charge, sir, that you were serving time for?
I believe it was a fleeing and eluding as well, and receiving fleeing and eluding and CCW.
That would make more sense as to just the CCW because it sounds as though it was more than not to minimize the CCW, but it sounds as though it's more than simply a CCW. And is that out of Dearborn or Taylor, sir?
Was out of Dearborn.
Right. In that matter, you were charged with CCW, attempt felony larceny from a motor vehicle, felon in possession, another felony firearm, possession of burglary tools. That's everything that you were charged with, correct?
Correct, and everything was dismissed for a plea to the CCW.
Okay. And so when did you do all that, sir? Because that case is from 2021.
I did that in 2021, and then I went to prison and I was on parole and violated my parole in August of 24, and I've been in custody since.
Okay. And so the court will know that August of 24 is about 2 months after the date or 6 months after the date that this incident's alleged to have occurred as well. And the court will also note that, let's see here, you have another from 23 from Farmington Hills, Sixth Circuit Court, pled guilty to felony unlawful driving away of a motor vehicle. February of 25, receiving, concealing stolen property, Third Circuit Court. And fleeing elude third degree. Is that what you were just in custody for, sir? Or is that this is the one from 24? So is this the one from?
I was in custody for parole violation, and I had those warrants. I took care of those warrants, and they gave me time served. Time served.
All right. Well, and then it also appears though you have a significant criminal history down in Texas. Correct?
Yeah, correct. That was when I was 19. That's 30 years ago, 35 years ago,
Okay.
30 something years ago, ma'am. Your Honor.
And now you're also charged with also habitual offender fourth offense as well. Correct?
Yes, ma'am. Correct. You know, I thought this time I've been incarcerated, I've took a lot of classes and you know, trying to better myself. You know, learn from my mistakes.
All right. Well, do you know Liam Toohey?
Liam Toohey.
No, ma'am. I don't. No, ma'am.
Okay. Well, sir, I hear what you're saying, but the court has some serious concerns for the safety of the community. While it may not seem to you as though these are very significant because they're not, crimes of violence against a person, this is still a continued deprivation of individuals' property, and where it seems though you continue to try to help yourself to items that do not belong to you and they belong to other individuals. I understand that these are allegations in this matter and that this occurred prior to the other matters even incarcerated for. However, the court still has an obligation to the community to ensure safety of the community. And therefore, the court's going to order a bond. Detective, did you want to address bond before the court continues?
Yeah, just a quick update. Within about the last 10 minutes, we received a parole detainer from Wayne County. So the defendant does have a detainer waiting for him.
But he was just released yesterday?
Just released today.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his parole officer was doing, but we were advised yesterday by Macomb County Jail that he was being released. We agreed to pick him up on his active warrant and lien, and then we just received the parole detainer a few minutes ago.
All right, well, okay, that's interesting information to know as well. The court's going to, especially taking into account the habitual offender fourth offense notice, and that upon conviction, if there's conviction, based upon the charges of Mr. Benefield's looking at up to life imprisonment. So the court's going to order a $100,000 cash bond. No 10%, no surety. With the following bond conditions. In the event you do post bond, or even if you don't post bond, you're still not allowed to have any contact with Mr. Toohey. That's phone contact, text message, email, social media, third party, anything of the like. Same with prosecution witnesses. You're not to go to Mr. Toohey's place of employment or address, and since you don't know him, it shouldn't be very difficult to avoid him. Not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed, not to possess or have access to any firearms or weapons, not to be released without a GPS tether from Wayne County Jail. Thank you. Have a good day.